Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anna520, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. In the last episode, we completed the first temple and claimed the first essence of nature, the fertile soil. We also delved into the sunken land of Subrosia, or not sunken, but like the underground world of Subrosia, and found the Temple of Seasons, which had been sunk down there. We also got the boomerang from a dancing minigame that I hope I don't have to play again. And in this episode, we've taken the Rod of Seasons, which we have found in the Temple of Seasons, along with the Power of Winter, and made our way to the east. And now we are exploring a place called... I don't know why they made the like so tough. This area. Wait. This area, which is known as the Woods of Winter, which ironically is in summer right now. Now, real quick, we're going to take a bomb and blow up this rock wall here. Come all the way up into this corner and grab 30 rupees from this chest. And we've triggered Maple. However, because we have the Lon egg, when we get hit by Maple, that's all that pops out. Ouch! Watch where you're going! You just hit Maple, the Great Witch Syrup's apprentice. Oh my. That's one of those Lon eggs that are all the rage with the girls now. It's just what I'm looking for. You're a boy, you don't need it. I'll give you my doll for it. You traded the egg for a ghastly doll. Looking at it gives you chills. This makes up for your bumping into me. See ya. Alright, well, we got that taken care of. So now we have the ghastly doll. A creepy doll. Okay. Come over here. We've got this sunken cave here. Sunken Falls. Headwaters in Sunken City. When I was younger, I didn't know what this meant. As it turns out, it means that the water that flows into this cave comes from Sunken City. Now, I'll explain Sunken City when we get there, but there's something weird about it. Before I do this, let's go over here and take a look. You can see there's a house here, but the front door is locked. Santa, welcome! Well then, let's see what we can do with the Power of Winter. With the Power of Winter, there's now a big snowdrift here. And we can use this snowdrift to hop down this chimney. Oof. Ah! You startled me! Winter sets in all of a sudden, and down my chimney comes... You're not Santa. You don't scare me. Now take this shovel and clear the snow from my walkway. Keep the shovel when you're done. You got the shovel. Now start digging. This NPC's name is Holly. She's been waiting for Santa. Unfortunately, we're not Santa, so we get the chore of clearing the snow off her porch. Anyway. Coming down here, we've got this area. Now, I do believe you can burn this tree to find a staircase. But the NPC inside, the old man, will take your money instead of giving you money. So let's not do that. Also, another heart piece that we can't get to because rock. You can also see the trees here, the ones that turn into, like, stumps when it turns winter. Weirdly, they're exactly the same size as they would be... or exactly the same size as a normal tree, but for whatever reason, in winter, they get real skinny. Anyway, now it's winter. Again. And because you may have noticed it was fall, we're back where we were before, where we started this. But before we go too much further, there's something we need to attend to. Also, you can see the tree there is almost grown. We are going to go name Bipin and Blossom's son. Now, unfortunately, I only got one name recommendation, and it was on one of my ages videos, so, because nobody else piped up, that's the name we're going with. Alright. So, because nobody gave me any suggestions, you, sir, will henceforth be known as Beans. And the kid seems happy to be named Beans. But we'll check in with them periodically. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming here. Do we have any rings? I don't think we do. No. We're gonna head back into the eastern suburbs here. Say hi to Guru Guru on the way through. And back north. Back up through here. Come over here and make it winter again. Get out of the way, Moblin. I have places to be. Also, for some reason, there are levers on that screen. I'm not entirely sure why. I also don't think Moblins drop bombs unless you have bombs. Anyway, we can come in here, and in summer, this weird tree is going to be growing mystery seeds. What they do is a mystery. Try them on many things. Open your seed satchel to use them. So these go into our seed satchel. Now, whenever we select our seed satchel, we can now choose between Ember Seeds and Mystery Seeds. If you use the Mystery Seeds on this owl statue, do not forget to give me Mystery Seeds. These owl statues behave much like the owl walls in A Link to the... No, not A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds. I guess they work like the triangle stones in A Link to the Past. But that's important to not forget that. Anyway. We can use the Rod of Seasons to make it winter here, which will make those vines go away, but it will freeze this water. Slippery ice. If we come up here, we can see there's a treasure chest over there and a large chunk of metal with an S on it. But if we come over here, guess what? Welcome to level 2, Snake's Remains. So starting off here, we're in this dark room. So why don't we light the place up? And lighting these torches will unlock the top door, but let's explore over here first. There's a couple of Zols here. There's a treasure chest here, but this treasure chest is... It's got 5 rupees. It's a distraction chest. Come up here, and we've got a bunch of ropes. And a suspicious-looking tile, which is where a key will land once we've destroyed all 4 ropes. So we needed that. I think that's all we need in that room. Trigger the trap. I don't think these torches ever go out once you've lit them. Anyway, come in here. Beware these torches, because they fire fireballs at you. Bunch of ropes fall from the ceiling. Let's take these guys out real quick. And we've got a block out of place. Let's fix that. We found the compass! Use it to track your position, locate chests, and find keys. Weird interaction, getting the compass first. And then we get this room. So, this room, I never understood this room when I was little until I read a guide. So we've got 3 ways to go here. We got this way, over here where we can destroy these ropes, destroy these Zols and gels, and get some money for it. And we can actually push this block to go through that door. But we can also use our key on this door and get rid of these guys. These guys. So, I didn't know what these guys were. I had a nickname for them. I believe I mentioned it. I may have mentioned it in Link's Awakening, but I used to call them Mr. Muffers. I'm not sure why or where that name came from. But they're hard hat beetles. They're like those things that cause you to go bouncing backwards when you hit them with your sword in A Link to the Past, the blue and red ones. Anyway, we come over here and there's a big hole dividing the floor. And there's some pig moblins over here. Now what you're supposed to do is throw bombs at them. Yeah, that's why these infinitely spawning bomb plants are here. But if they come close to the wall, or close to the hole, you can just hit them with your sword. Anyway, inside this chest is the Power Bracelet. Hold the button and press the D-pad to lift heavy objects. So now, let's get rid of these guys again, and grab our Power Bracelet. Boop. Get rid of this pot, and find the dungeon map. So let's take a look at this map. It looks like a snake. Fancy that. Get some ember seeds. Now, this is something that they fixed in this game from Link's Awakening. No longer, if you push against one of these pots or another heavy object, and you don't have your Power Bracelet equipped, will it say, oh, it's so heavy you can't lift it with your bare hand? No, you can just push it now if you have the Power Bracelet as an item. So that's nice. But before we go too much further, please note the arrow. If you bomb this wall, just like in Zelda 1, you can find a hidden room full of rupees. We are currently in the eye of the snake. So, these rupees will have variable amounts. I don't know how many there are here, but I will do some quick math and put the amount on screen of how many rupees we received from that. But we now have over 500. Anyway, let's get out our Power Bracelet again. Come back in here. Push this block, and go through this door. And in this room are two massive blade traps. One red, one yellow. There's a key here. Careful. And now we're in this room. So these things, these are very large spring-loaded rollers. And note the keys. They don't move until you get close. So you need to hold down the Power Bracelet button while you're pushing these things to get them out of the way. And then they'll slowly roll back into place. If you're between one and a hard object, it'll squish you and send you back to the start of the room minus like half a heart or something. Anyway, we come up here and we got a gaseous seed. Nice. Well, now we can come over here and go down this staircase. Take care of the ropes, take care of the Zols. And over here, we'll find a business scrub who is selling 10 bombs for 30 rupees. I don't need those right now, but the reason why he is there is because this is a timed room. And there's a required key in the center. So, let's get out our bombs and quickly begin the task of bombing out a path to that chest. If you take too long, the chest will vanish. Also, you can only put one bomb down at a time without the use of a special ring. I think it's called the Bomber's Ring. Lets you set 2 bombs at once. But you have plenty of time, so long as you don't go off one of the side paths or bomb some of these other rocks for no reason. But now that we've got that key, we can now return to the main part of the dungeon. It is thunderstorming outside. I hope my power doesn't go out. That would be awful. Get out of here. Stupid. Here. Mind the blade trap. Clear this. Clear that. Use our bombs to blow a hole here. Also, yes, you can actually get hurt by your own bombs, so be careful with that. Let's go downstairs into a 2D side-scrolling section. So we've got a very large thwomp here, which we can trigger to fall, and we can stand on top of him. And now we've got thwimps. As long as you keep moving, they won't hit you. So don't worry about that. Now we're in here. Where is here? We're all the way up there. There's a chest in this room. So just push this roller all the way to the end. Over here to this chest and find 10 rubies. Nice. Alright. And now we get an added mechanic. These cracked tiles. If you stand on them for too long, they'll turn into a hole. And they're everywhere in here. So you need to be careful about that. Get out of here, you stupid. Alrighty. Let's get this out of here. And open this door. Oh, hello? Well, 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 if it isn't our old friend Facade. You have to fight Facade like you fought him in the original. Just drop bombs on his face when he shows it. He has a couple new attacks, like spawning these guys. And he can spit fireballs. Can't throw tiles, though. And these spiders will actually spawn, spawn bombs for you, so you never have to worry about running out of bombs. I think that's 4 bombs I've just hit him with. That didn't work. Stop spawning holes. There we go. 5 bombs. He'll spawn a fairy. And he'll spawn a portal. And now, welcome to the deepest parts of Snake's Remains. We will be encountering another new mechanic here in a little bit. Let's push this out of the way. Bomb that wall. And find our way in here. Recognize these guys? These are Pole's voice. Fortunately, we don't have anything musical to deal with. Deal with them with. But I suppose we should. No, we shouldn't. Not right now. So in here we've got some Stalfos, blue Stalfos, and some sparks. Now, this is why I said getting the boomerang is important, because these sparks, if you hit them with your boomerang, they spawn fairies. And they'll respawn if you leave the room and come back. So, coming over here, let's get rid of that. Get rid of you, get rid of you. There's a treasure chest up there. Don't fall. That one platform is moving a lot faster than the rest of them. Anyway, coming up here, we can get the boss key. And now we have to deal with the Pole's voice. Alright, so the only way to kill Pole's voice without using a musical instrument is to use bombs. You can bomb these guys. Oh, I got 2 of them for the price of 1. Nice. Probably not going to do the same thing here. Nope, got the 1. Get rid of that. The erratic behavior of these guys is what makes them so hard to deal with. There we go. Once you've gotten rid of the Pole's voice, this will stop being a problem. Wow, it's really coming down out there. Behold the turntable. So, the way this thing works is it will rotate once you've stepped onto it, and then it will reverse direction. Unless you can find a way to get around to another side, you're basically locked into this one path. But coming down here, we've got a owl statue here. You know what? Just for some giggles, let's see what the owl statue has to say. When the mouth opens, attack from within, then superhuman strength will prevail. Well, as you can see, we've got our boss room coming up here. I think we've gotten everything in the dungeon. Yep, sure have. Well, that went fairly quickly. Do we have our bombs? We do have our bombs. We're not going to need our sword, because our boss is King Dodongo. When he opens his mouth, throw a bomb in it, then pick him up and yeet him into the spikes. If you don't throw a bomb into his mouth right away, he'll spit out a bunch of fireballs. In fact, I may show it here in a second. His other attack is to just charge at you. Yep. Fireballs. Oop. You can tell when he's doing his mouth, when his head turns that color. Anyway. If you leave him with the bomb in his stomach for too long, he'll deflate. He's not too hard. Now imagine playing this game and actually reading an Ocarina of Time walkthrough, and realize that that's not how you fight King Dodongo in Ocarina of Time. Anyway, heart container. We've got 5 hearts now. And we are able to claim the gift of time, an essence of nature. Seeds sprout as seasons change with the gift of time. Thank you, Link. I, too, received part of the gift of time. I just dreamt of Spool Swamp out west. Something is afoot there, but I can see no more. Home. Well, our next location seems to be a place called Spool Swamp. So, let's take the shortcut out and immediately have a run-in with Maple. This is one of her screens. Let's run into her down here. Stuff falls down the holes. You again! Thanks to you, everything in my bag flew out. You must be brave to hit Maple like this. I'll just take your stuff too. Here goes! Well, we can use our sword to quickly swipe things away. Ah, you! I'll remember this. If you let her get away with enough of your stuff, eventually she'll upgrade her broom and start flying around on a vacuum cleaner. Let's make a winter here. The pea hats and Moblin are back. Oh, she took one of our hearts. Actually, I think that heart flew down a hole. Bombs. Stop hitting me. Alright, now we can come over here. This is thin ice. It behaves the same way as those cracked floors that we saw in Snake's Remains. Stand on it too long and it'll turn to water. But we're able to grab this piece of heart And now we've got 3. But now that we've got the Power Bracelet, there's a treasure chest we can get if Horon Village wants to behave. We can also grab this Gasha Nut. Get another ring. I think it's the only ring we've gotten. You know what, I'm gonna leave that patch. Surprisingly, not all patches are created equally. And I think, what's his name talks about this, Bipin. The rarer locations of a patch, like the harder it is to get to them, the better quality stuff you can get out. Let me see here for... You know what? I'm not doing this. I'm gonna wait until we actually get the season, or we just happen upon the town in that season, because messing with the season... Well, I can tell you what we can do. We can come down here and make it winter. Changing the season off, like, entering and leaving rapidly makes editing this a pain. Oh, hello. I hear some animals in the wild are used to people. Maybe you can make friends. Really? Anyway, now that the water here is frozen, we're able to take a bomb, blow up this wall, and come out here to grab this treasure chest, which contains 20 rupees. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's see if anybody else has anything new to say. I guess seeing scenery from all the seasons is kind of nice. The world seems so vast. Here in Horon Village, the seasons have all run amok. I wonder if it's the same in other lands. Yeah, it kinda is. Let's check in on these two. Something is updated. Hey, Link! My boy is ill, but still I have something to teach you. I've heard that a nut's contents depend on the actions of the planter. The more he travels and the more beasts he slays, the better his nut will do. Let me see here. Beans looks a little strange. I want to take him to a doctor, but we have no rupees. Could you please lend us some? Yes, we can. Really? How much can you lend us? We'll give you 50 rupees. Thank you. This should be just enough. If you give him the full amount, it'll... Depending on what you do with the kid, will determine how he grows up. If you... Talk to you in a second. If you pamper and spoil him, what'll end up happening is he'll turn into a spoiled, lazy layabout. But some of the other options you can do is he'll grow up like his dad, he'll become an adventurer, he'll become a rock musician, stuff like that. Do you know of the Owl Stones? Yeah, I do. I knew it! That's common knowledge now. Lands outside the village are filled with monsters. I'm too scared to go out alone. Yep. And you're still hoeing your field. Well, we're coming up on the end here in a second. But we are now able to go up here. Using our new Power Bracelet, we can move this rock out of the way and head north to North Horon. Before we end off, these guys are called Buzz Blobs. Don't hit them with your sword or you'll get electrocuted. But up here, we find one of the more useful / useless seeds in the game. You got scent seeds. Their smell attracts monsters. Open your seed satchel to use them. These have the same effect as the bait from Zelda 1. If we select them from our seed satchel, we can throw one on the ground, and all the monsters will gravitate towards it and stay on top of it until it eventually fades away. Not very useful when you've got Buzz Blobs around. But, oh, real quick, that's a what is it? It's not a hardhat beetle. It's like a crab that hides under the bushes. I'll look up its name. But anyway, we're out of time here. So, next time on The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, we'll explore North Horon a bit, and then we're probably going to go and, I'll explain flutes. Till then, this is Xana520, signing out.